Hey there, you guys. This is Dragon Ball and Cartoon Fan 2004 here. And yeah, as of the time I'm recording this video, it just hit midnight, like almost 20 minutes ago. And yep. Another Christmas season has come and gone. Another Christmas has come and gone. The Christmas season in 2022 is officially over, along with Christmas itself in 2022. And yep, there goes another Christmas. And honestly, yeah, it is feeling kind of sad how yet another Christmas is over, and yeah, the awesome holiday of Christmas is over. But hey, you know what they say, there's always next year, and yeah, Christmas is a special holiday for a reason. And my Christmas was good. My Christmas was good, along with my Christmas season in general. This season, it was good. It was good. Yeah, part of what made it good was the amount of Christmas specials that I saw during the Christmas season this year. And yeah, do you guys remember that one video I made? Do you guys remember that one video I made for Halloween? Like, for Halloween, that lists out the animated Halloween specials I saw during Halloween of this year. Well, okay. Well, in this video, I'll be doing that, with Christmas specials. But instead of me listing out all the Christmas specials that I saw during the Christmas season, during the Christmas holiday itself, this will be one of me listing out the Christmas specials, the Christmas specials, like Christmas special episodes and movies that I saw during the Christmas season of this year in 2022, and we'll just be covering the animated Christmas specials. It'll cover animated ones as well as live action ones, even though I'm more of an animation guy than a live action guy. But yeah, there's still some live action Christmassy stuff that I saw during the Christmas season this year, and I'll be going over those in this video. I just texted to myself off of textingstory.com the Christmas specials that I remember watching during the Christmas season this year, and yeah, I have these texted, like, listed out to myself on the textingstory.com, and I'll be going through this list, and I'll be going through these Christmas specials in the order that I texted them out. And yeah, if I forget any entries, I'll let you guys know on, like, maybe like live streams or something. And if I forget any entries, then my bad. Oh well. I did watch a lot of Christmas specials during the Christmas season this year, and so yeah, it makes sense why I would forget certain entries, even though I have a photographic memory that is capable of remembering the dates to certain things, like certain things that didn't even happen, like during holidays or birthdays or anything like that, like just some random date. You know what I mean? Just some random date. But yeah, I'll be going through this list of the Christmas specials I remember watching during the Christmas season of this year. And yeah, if you guys want to, you can tell me in the comment section down below what Christmas specials you saw during the season this year. And what's your favorite Christmas special in general, or what's your favorite Christmas special, at least out of all the ones I'll be talking about in this video. So yeah, with all this being said, I'm gonna get this list started, and in case if I spoil anything, here's a spoiler alert. With all that being said, let's start this list. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is Toy Story: That Time Forgot. We were watching Freeform off of Sling, which is nowadays when we watch live TV, we use Sling to watch live TV, because we don't have a cable provider anymore, even though we used to have cable providers. And we used to switch from, like, different cable providers, from like Dish to Prism, DirecTV, and whatnot. But yeah, we don't really use, like, cable providers anymore. Instead, we have Sling, unless if you actually want to count that as a cable provider. But yeah, we use Sling TV now for when we want to watch live TV here at home. And yeah, one of the specials we saw on live TV was Toy Story: That Time Forgot. I was watching this out in the living room with my father after Toy Story 4 came on Freeform. And yeah, Freeform at the moment was doing a Toy Story marathon. And yeah, they closed off the marathon with Toy Story: That Time Forgot. I was watching this special with my father while being on a live stream of Vanilla Rabbit Lover 2001 Productions Revival. And I like Toy Story: That Time Forgot. Definitely not the best in the Toy Story franchise, but still, I like Toy Story: That Time Forgot. It's a cool, fun special that's about dinosaurs and whatnot. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. But still, if you ask me, when it comes to the Toy Story franchise, nothing else in the franchise can beat those first three movies. Especially not that unnecessary fourth one, even though it's still a good film. But like I've said before on the channel, for Toy Story standard, it's bad, but it's still a good film though. That's why I was watching it off of Freeform when it was on, as it was airing before Toy Story: That Time Forgot. But yeah, Toy Story: That Time Forgot, definitely not the best of Toy Story, but still a good Christmas special. Okay, next up on this next entry on this list, and yeah, I know the Return of the Fossil loves this. Home Alone. Yeah, I rewatched Home Alone on DVD during the holiday season this year, one school night. And yeah, Home Alone is a pretty funny movie. It's really good, and I understand why it's a highly beloved film. Yeah, I think my favorite scene in the movie is the scene where the robbers try to rob Kevin's house, and there's all these booby traps that they fall for and whatnot. Some pretty funny slapstick right there. Yeah, Home Alone. Yeah, I enjoy Home Alone. It is a pretty funny movie. Next up is okay. Now we're getting on to Cartoon Network here, and yeah, I know the Return of the Fossa hates Cartoon Network, but you won't mind it that much me talking about when I talk about this one, since this is from one of the Cartoon Network shows that he just considers to be all right. Yeah, and this is a Christmas special I went back to rewatch off of Hulu, and this was my first time watching this Christmas special in so long. Like rewatching this Christmas special fully, this was my first time watching this Christmas special fully in so long. I don't even know how long, but it was probably like back in the old days, like when I still had my childish high pitched voice, and we would still watch the show a lot off of Cartoon Network. And yeah, the Christmas special I'm going to be talking about right now is the episode that's just titled Christmas from season 2 of The Amazing World of Gumball. Yep. I went back and rewatched this episode off of Hulu one night, one Saturday night, and and I really enjoyed it. It was a really nice rewatch, especially since it was my first time watching it and so watching it fully in so long. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and to be honest with you guys, I think I enjoyed this Christmas special even more than I did rewatching at that point. I think I enjoyed the Christmas special even more than I did when I was a little kid. Not that I didn't like the episode as a little kid. I still enjoyed the episode, but I didn't like it as much as a bunch of other Gumball episodes that were out at the time. That stuff I said in that comparison video that I made later that night that compares this episode to the Halloween episode on and it talks about which special I prefer between these two specials. And in case if you want to see that video, I will of course leave a link to it in the description below. And the Gumball Christmas special I rewatched off of Hulu, and it was a really nice rewatch, and I love it being the big Gumball fan that I am. Next up is another live action Christmas movie, and my father, it's another live action Christmas movie that my father likes. Yeah, we have this on DVD as well. It's called National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We watched this off of DVD. We watched it off of DVD recently, and we also watched some of it off of live TV. On the same night I saw that Gumball Christmas special. And yeah, it's a pretty funny movie. It's a pretty funny slapstick comedic Christmas movie. And probably my favorite line in the movie is the line that dude says for after the tree burns down. It is an ugly tree anyway. That line's hilarious. I love that line. But yeah, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Pretty funny movie. And yeah, a really good live action Christmas movie. Moving on. Now we're moving on to the classic cartoon character that is known as Mr. Grinch. The Grinch. And his specials, his animated specials aired on TV. And I was watching them as they aired on TV. And that is the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas special from way back. I think like during like the 1960s or something. But we saw that air on TV twice during the season this year. And it's a really good Christmas special. Yeah, really good classic Christmas special. Love the Grinch. And there was also the Illumination Grinch movie that aired on TV one night that we saw airing on TV one night. And we saw that too. Me and my father saw that too. Yeah, I really like the Illumination Grinch movie as well. My brother Jacob hates the Illumination Grinch movie because he considers that a cash grab, and he's not a big fan of Illumination like probably most people are. I don't exactly agree with Jacob's opinion on the Illumination Grinch movie, and I think it's a really good movie. I can see why he wouldn't like the Illumination Grinch movie. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for me, I love both the original Grinch movie and the Illumination Grinch movie. I also enjoy the Jim Carrey Grinch movie as well. That one's pretty funny. Yeah, I love all the Grinch movies. Well, except for maybe the that new Grinch horror movie that came out this year. I haven't seen it, but I'm not that interested into watching it. It does look like an unnecessary cash grab. I think it probably would have been better if they had just left the Grinch alone. But yeah, OG Grinch and Illumination Grinch. I also saw that during the Christmas season of this year, and I also saw the Illumination Grinch movie during the Christmas season of last year too, when we rented it on DVD one Thursday night. And I also saw the original Grinch. Like the first time I saw the original Grinch off of TV during the season this year was I'm pretty sure definitely on the same night where I saw that Gumball Christmas special. Yeah, and then later that night, I think we were on like CBS or something, and we saw the Frosty Christmas specials, OG Frosty and Frosty Returns. Both pretty good specials. You can't go wrong with Frosty the Snowman. Yeah, and then I do, and then one day when I got home early, when we got home, when me and my little sister Josie got home early from high school, from the tests and stuff, the finals and stuff that were going on at school. My dad put on Coming to America, saw some of it. Pretty funny movie that has Eddie Murphy in it. And yes, guys, I know who Eddie Murphy is. He's that actor who voiced Donkey in the Shrek movies. Yeah, and he's pretty funny. Yeah, he is a pretty funny actor from my experience with him and whatnot. And yeah, I also there was also one time I saw a bit of this one Christmas special that we saw airing on, like, I think Freeform from Sling TV, and that's this Christmas movie called Elf. Elf, saw a bit of that. Yeah, it is a pretty funny movie from what I've seen of it. And yeah, I know who plays Elf. Will Ferrell, the same guy who did Megamind from Megamind. Awesome. I knew, I could have sworn that's why his voice sounded. Yeah, I could have sworn his voice sounded familiar. But yeah, the next entry I'll be talking about. Okay, this one probably isn't exactly a Christmas special. Like, it's not too Christmassy, and I do remember watching the special a lot. Even though a lot of the time when I watch this one, it wouldn't be during the Christmas season, but it's still a Christmas episode. It's definitely not the most Christmassy episode of the show it's from, but it's a Christmas episode. It's a Christmas themed episode that I really like, and it's like my favorite holiday themed episode from the show it's from, and that is season 8, episode 7 of King of the Hill. That one episode where Hank and Bobby go out on a big rig trip and Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer sneak in the back of the rig, and they sneak in on the trip. Oh man, I've always loved this episode. This episode has always been among my favorite episodes of King of the Hill. It might not be too Christmassy, but I don't care. I think it's like my favorite holiday themed episode of King of the Hill. It's such a good episode. I freaking love the plot of Hank and Bobby going out on this big rig trip, and Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer sneaking in the back of the rig, and and Hank and Bobby finding out later that Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer are all sneaking in the back of the rig, like when they shoot the door, when Dale. When Dale shoots the door open, like supposedly Dale shoots the door open, and they let themselves out of the back of the rig as Hank and Bobby are in that trucker restaurant. Yeah, I love this episode. It's a great episode. I remember watching this one a lot, all the time as a little kid, and yeah, I love this episode. It's such a great episode. Definitely one of my favorite episodes from King of the Hill. And yeah, now we're getting on to Nickelodeon, and this is from what I know is the Return of the Fox's favorite Nickelodeon show, and I'm sure plenty of other people's favorite Nickelodeon show, and that is Christmas Who from SpongeBob SquarePants. Yep, I recently got out that SpongeBob DVD set I told you guys about on that one video. Yeah, that SpongeBob DVD set that has I'm pretty sure the first 5 seasons of SpongeBob. Got that out. And I saw the old Christmas Who Christmas special off of there because I thought, why not? Yeah, it was my first time watching it in a while. And yeah, it's a really good special. Really good special. I really like the plot of the special, and I really like Squidward's change of heart in this special. Really good, but it was never my favorite never my favorite SpongeBob special. Probably my favorite SpongeBob special is the one where it's the Krusty Krabs' anniversary, and SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs are all stuck in that air vent. I remember Nickelodeon airing that one a lot, and I don't blame them because it's a really good special in my opinion. And again, probably my favorite SpongeBob special. And yeah, now getting back on to Cartoon Network, and it's yeah, okay. So one day, or recently, maybe a few days ago, was it a few days? Yeah, it was like a couple days ago. It was on the 23rd of this month. I got out the Adventure Time and Cat Dog box sets that I told you guys about. That we have, and yeah, I busted out the Adventure Time box set, and I watched the Holly Jolly Secrets Christmas special on DVD off of the Xbox. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, yeah. Although I didn't like that special as a kid, but I didn't really like that special when I was a little kid. But that was only because that whole thing I've told you guys about before, about how I used to hate Adventure Time and all that stuff. And my siblings loved Adventure Time, and so they watched it all the time and all that stuff, and that drove me crazy. And oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I think my first time watching this episode was one of the many times where my siblings would be out in the living room on the couch watching Adventure Time, and while I'd be in the corner getting all annoyed and Yeah, yeah, but like I said before, I don't hate Adventure Time anymore. Now I love it, and I really enjoyed watching the Adventure Time Holly Jolly Secrets Christmas special, as it was off of DVD right there. I mean, sure, again, this one might not be crazy Christmassy either, but it's still a Christmas special, and I still really enjoy it. Yeah, I probably don't enjoy it as much as the King of the Hill one, but it's still a really good Christmas special. Yeah, and then right after the Adventure Time, I watched the Adventure Time Christmas special. I got out that Cat Dog box set that I got for Christmas last year, and yeah, I saw the Cat Dog Christmas special off of DVD on the Xbox. Really good Christmas special. And yeah, I do remember after I saw those two Christmas specials with Adventure Time and Cat Dog, I pulled up that poll. I made a voting poll asking people which Christmas special they prefer between those two Christmas specials. And yeah, as you could probably already imagine, the Adventure Time one got more votes. And in fact, the last time I checked it, if I remember correctly, it had all 7 votes. So yeah, I guess it probably would have made more sense to ask people hey, which Cartoon Network Christmas special do you prefer between these two Cartoon Network Christmas specials I saw this year, the Adventure Time Christmas special or the Gumball Christmas special? Yeah, I guess that comparison would have been less weird and would have made more sense. But whatever, it's not a big deal. It was still a fun comparison. I felt like doing since I just seen those two Christmas specials at the time, and I love both Adventure Time and Cat Dog. Yeah, yeah, and I'm probably not exactly sure which Christmas special I prefer. I prefer between those two Christmas specials, but in terms of nostalgia, I would definitely go with the Cat Dog one because I remember when I was a little kid, when I was 10 years old, when I was in the fourth grade in 2000 during the Christmas season of 2014, and I kept going on YouTube and I kept watching the endings to that Christmas special over and over and over again. I got choked up by the emotional stuff in that ending the similar way I would with the ending to the Great Parent Mystery movie, and yeah, it's a great Christmas special. And yeah, I don't really have too much nostalgia for the Adventure Time Christmas special, even though I do have a good chunk of nostalgia for Adventure Time since that I grew up hating it to liking it to loving it, and yeah, there are a lot. I do have a lot of memories of me getting annoyed by the show as my siblings would be out on the couch watching it and enjoying it while I'd be singing while I'd be in the corner getting all annoyed by it coming on and them watching it because I absolutely despised the show at the time. So yeah, in terms of nostalgia, I would say the Cat Dog one wins, but in terms of which is better, I don't know, it's probably hard. It's probably hard to pick which one I prefer between the two. Probably more likely the Cat Dog one, to be honest with you guys, though. But but yeah, I still love both Adventure Time and Cat Dog and these two Christmas specials. I think they're both great Christmas specials of great cartoons, and yeah, yeah. Next up is this one Christmas movie that we saw come on like during Christmas Eve night the other night, and yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. I saw a bit of it as it was airing on TV, and it's an okay movie, but it can be pretty boring. It can be pretty boring. It feels like a really mellowed down film. It's not too much my thing. Like, it's not a bad film. I know a lot of people love this film, and I can understand why. If you guys love this film, then fine, more power to you. But for me, I would probably say it's an okay film, but can still be pretty boring, can still be a pretty boring and mellowed down film for me. Like, I remember watching this movie during the sixth grade, like before we were we were let out for Christmas vacation, and it bored me out pretty heavily. It bored me out pretty heavily. Although there were some pretty entertaining parts of it though. But yeah, overall, yeah, not too much my movie. Sorry. I think there's much better Christmas specials out there. But again, if you guys love it, that's fine. More power to you. But for me, it's not too much my movie. It's not exactly bad. It's an okay movie, I guess, but it can be pretty boring. But yeah, now we're getting back onto the stuff I actually care about. Later, like Christmas Eve, I saw, I got that Charlie Brown DVD set that I told you guys about. I got that set out, and I saw the Charlie Brown Christmas specials that were on that DVD set, which were, of course, the original Charlie Brown Christmas, great classic Christmas special. And then after that, we saw It's Christmas Time, and then after that, I saw It's Christmas Time Again, Charlie Brown. And yeah, I love both of these Christmas specials. I love all three of these Charlie Brown Christmas specials that I've seen. But yeah, out of these two Charlie Brown Christmas specials right here, which one do I prefer? I'm not entirely sure, but to be honest with you guys, even though it's Christmas Time again, Charlie Brown isn't as iconic or as well known as a Charlie Brown Christmas. I would probably say that one's slightly better than a Charlie Brown Christmas, but I don't know. It's a really close choice though. I love all the Charlie Brown Christmas specials that I've seen. You can't go wrong with Charlie Brown. Yeah, love Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown is awesome, and yeah, these specials right here are no exception. Yeah, and then this Christmas morning, before we opened up presents and whatnot, I watched the Shrek Christmas specials off of that Shrek box that I told you guys about, and yeah, you guys know I enjoyed it because I'm a big sucker for Shrek. I'm a big fan of Shrek, and yeah, what Shrek Christmas specials did I see while waiting for us to open up Christmas presents? Well, of course, first Shrek the Halls, that Shrek Christmas special I did a clip video for this year for Vegeta the Halls, and to be honest with you guys, that'll probably be the final installment for my Vegeta Shrek franchise. So yeah, that'll probably be that. Yeah, you could probably think of that clip video as a nice little sign off to my Vegeta Shrek franchise. Yeah, and I might start up the Shadow Shrek franchise and have it be more than just a cast video thing, but I'm still deciding on that. But yeah, I saw Shrek the Halls, really good classic Christmas special. Yeah, and then I saw this one Shrek Christmas thing that involved like that put the viewers in front of a fireplace throughout the majority of it. I don't think I even knew this existed until this Christmas today. To be honest with you guys, but yeah, it's this Christmas special. Maybe it's not maybe it's not exactly a special. I don't know if I qualify it as a special, but in case if it does, I'm putting it in the video just in case if it does. And yeah, we were putting it. Yeah, it was like one where they basically put you in front of the fireplace at Shrek Swamp for the majority of it, and here and there characters would come in the front of the screen and talk and whatnot. Yeah, got bored of it pretty quick, so I clicked off of it. Yeah, and then to close out the Shrek Christmas specials, there was a that Donkey's Christmas Shrektacular. Yeah, I think this is what this Shrek Christmas thing was called. Donkey's Christmas Shrektacular, which is like it's like a Shrek music thing that like takes place after the events of Shrek Forever After. I remember finding it off of YouTube like maybe like back in 2014 when I was like 9 years old. And yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like this Shrek Christmas thing. I like this Donkey Christmas thing. It's a nice, it's a nice Shrek musical thing with Donkey and his friends and whatnot. You get the Shrek's babies talking, which is pretty cool, and you get these cool ogres who we meet in Shrek Forever After, which is nice, and yeah, nice Christmas thing. But of course, out of these three Shrek Christmas entries, Shrek the Halls is definitely the best in my opinion. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It is the longest and most well known one after all. But yeah, so yeah, it shouldn't come as a surprise that Shrek the Halls would be my favorite out of these three Shrek Christmas entries. But yeah. Last but not least, yeah. Okay, so do you guys remember when I made that one video today that goes through the DVDs and the Cartoon Network DVDs and the video games I got for Christmas this year? And when I was talking about the Ed and A box set, I said that I think I'll watch the Ed and A Christmas special off of the Ed and A box set, and it would be the first Ed and A episode I watched off of that box set and whatnot. Well, yeah, about that, guys. That was the plan, but then as I was looking for that episode off of the DVD box set, I realized that box set, unfortunately, doesn't have any Ed and A specials, and it doesn't even have the sixth season of Ed and A, even though it's titled the complete series box set. And yes, guys, I know that season 6 only has like 4 episodes, but still, it's still part of the series. And if you don't have season 6 on there, or like not any of the specials, then it shouldn't be called a complete series box set. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of a shame. Like I can excuse them not having the big picture show movie on the Ed and A box set, but come on, but whatever, though, it's fine. So yeah, instead of me watching the Ed and A Christmas special off of DVD today, tonight I instead watched 8 episodes. I instead binged on Ed and A for a little while off the Xbox, watched 8 episodes, and then ate dinner and watched King of the Hill on DVD and whatnot, and then yeah, and then before it hit midnight, I went online and watched Ed and A's Jingle Jangle off of my phone online, and I finished the episode like maybe around a minute and a half before it hit midnight, before Christmas season was over, and yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I got to end the Christmas season with the Eds, with one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows, Ed and Eddie. I got to end the got to end the Christmas season with one of my favorite cartoons, Ed and A, one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows, Ed and Eddie. Yeah, I used to consider Ed, Edd n Eddy to be my favorite show from Cartoon Network, but now I'm not exactly sure what is my favorite show from Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network has a bunch of great shows, and yeah, like Ed, Edd n Eddy is one of them, along with Adventure Time and Gumball, which I talked about earlier, and Regular Show, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Oh my gosh, so many great shows. I'm not sure which one's my favorite. Uh, but yeah, just know that my favorite Cartoon Network shows include shows like Ed, Edd n Eddy and early 2010s classics like Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Gumball, and I also really like Foster's and Billy and Mandy and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. I think you just keep that in mind. But yeah, it was cool how I got to end the Christmas season with Ed, Edd n Eddy. With Ed, Edd n Eddy because I love Ed, Edd n Eddy, and I think Ed, Edd n Eddy's Jingle 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 is among the best cartoon Christmas episodes I've ever seen. It's a great, funny Christmas special. I love the plot of it with Eddie being a present obsessing jerk who doesn't understand the true meaning of Christmas, but then he understands the true meaning of Christmas when when he puts a new light on the Christmas tree and whatnot, and he says the Christmas and he understands that Christmas is in your heart and all that stuff, and it's about a lot more than just getting gifts. But then Santa delivers a big bag of presents, and he runs away with the presents, and completely like throwing away all that heart, like completely like throwing away all that niceness, pretty much that he just showed. Yeah, Ed and Ed's Jingle Jingle Jangle is awesome. Love it. It was and watching it was a great way to kick off the Christmas season, if you ask me. Yep. I love Ed and Eddie. Love it at night, and I think I enjoy it more. I think I enjoy it more now. I think I enjoy it more now, like as a teenager and as an early adult, more than I did as a little kid. And not that I didn't like Ed and Eddie as a little kid. No, I always liked Ed and Eddie, but like I remember when I was a little kid, I didn't really like Ed and Eddie as much as I liked Ed and Eddie. I thought it was funny and whatnot, but I remember not liking it as much as some other Cartoon Network shows I loved, like Regular Show or Gumball or Foster's or possibly Billy and Mandy and Chowder and Mad and the Looney Tunes show, but yeah, I still liked Ed and A though, and I do remember being obsessed with it for a little bit when I was 9 and watched it off of Boomerang and whatnot. But yeah, I do remember being getting more into Ed and A from like I don't know, maybe like somewhere during my early teens. Let's probably say. And yeah, and I love Ed and A. Definitely one of my favorites. And closing the Christmas season off with Ed, Edd n Eddy's Jingle Jingle Jangle was an awesome way to kick off the Christmas season, to end off the Christmas season, if you ask me. And yeah, that's about it for this list, you guys. Those were all the Christmas specials that I saw during the Christmas season of 2022. This video ended up being longer than I intended it to be. Obviously I'm not trying to rush this video, but I understand the video ended up being pretty long, and I could have made this video a lot shorter, but I think it's fine for the video to be long since I do want to go in depth with my opinion on each and every single one of these Christmas specials that I'm talking about in this video. And give you guys give you guys an in-depth explanation of my experience on these specials and whatnot. And yeah, maybe maybe discuss like a little backstory information and whatnot. Yeah, because I do enjoy doing that kind of stuff on my channel, going in depth with my opinions and explaining certain backstories I enjoy talking about with certain cartoons I grew up with and whatnot. And yeah, those are pretty much all the Christmas specials I saw during the Christmas season of 2022. And yeah, those are my thoughts on them and whatnot. Okay, I could maybe include the Looney Tunes Christmas special on here since that I did go back and watch that one scene that covers the Christmas Rule song, which is definitely my favorite part of that Christmas special. But I don't think I'm gonna count it for this list because apart from that, I didn't really see anything else from that Christmas special this year. But still, I saw that Christmas music video they did, listened to that Christmas song, and oh my gosh, yeah, I put it, yeah, I remember I had to be one of the entries on that list that randomly goes over 5 of my favorite Christmas songs for a reason, and yeah, to this day, my opinion still stands. It's such a great song that can really, really give me goosebumps, especially at the end. Oh my gosh, heavy goosebumps right there, heavy goosebumps. You did awesome, Looney Tunes game. You did awesome, but yeah, I'm not counting the Looney Tunes Christmas special for this list because apart from just because I saw that like one musical scene with all them singing that awesome Christmas song that I love. But yeah, that's still a great Christmas special though. I do remember watching it when I was a little kid, and I did love it. It is a great Christmas special, possibly another one of my favorite Christmas specials in general. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Again, if I have forgotten any entries, then I'm sorry, my bad. What Christmas specials did you guys see during the Christmas season this year? You guys can tell me in the comment section down below if you want. And and not to mention, guys, not to mention, I forgot to bring this up. I also recently caught the end of the regular show Christmas special called White Elephant Gift Exchange or something like that off of a Cartoon Network live stream. Yeah, that was really cool too. Yeah. But yeah, again, that's about it. Those are pretty much yeah, yeah. But yeah, again, that's about it. Those are pretty much all the Christmas specials I saw during the Christmas season of 2022 this year. But yeah, I do really like that regular show Christmas special though with the White Elephant Gift Exchange. I think that will probably always be my favorite Christmas themed episode of regular show out of the few they did. Yeah, I really like that episode. It's a pretty funny episode, especially the ending where Muscle Man gets pranked so heavily with his big gift and whatnot. Yeah, but yeah, those are pretty much all the Christmas specials that I saw during the Christmas season this year in 2022. Yet again, guys, for the last time, if I forget any entries on this list, then I'm sorry, my bad. Maybe I'll let you guys know during like future live streams and whatnot. You guys can tell me in the comment section down below if you want, like, what's your favorite Christmas special in general, or what's your favorite Christmas special out of all the ones I talked about in this video, or like, what Christmas specials you saw during the season this year. And yeah. With all that being said, I'm just gonna drop the video off from here. Bye everyone. Bye everyone. Thank you all for watching this video, and have a happy new year. Have a happy new year. We just got done with the Christmas season, and now we're moving on to the new year, 2023, coming real soon, guys, real soon. And I think as this video is uploading, I might change my YouTube profile picture before I go to sleep tonight, and I think I'll make a video asking you guys what you think of it and what not. Oh my gosh, at this point I'm just at this point I'm just dragging the video out. Yeah. With all this being said, I'm just gonna end the video off from here. Bye, guys.